Hello, my name is Dr. Harry Henshaw, and I'd like to welcome you to my video blog. Today, we're going to talk about the application of the principle number 4 of transformation. This principle is very powerful. It's one of the cornerstones of the work of transformation and transformation counseling. The principle itself is as follows. Our thoughts and beliefs are very creative and very powerful. Our thoughts and beliefs determine how we feel, what we do, and definitely what we experience in life. So the thoughts that we have, the thoughts that we entertain, the beliefs that we create and hold on to determine much of our life, how our trajectory of our life is going. So they are very important to not only consider when you're thinking about changing and transforming. In fact, transformation itself is about the change of thinking, the change of thoughts, the change of beliefs, the change of thinking patterns. So what I'd like to do today is just briefly talk about some of the differences with respect to thoughts and beliefs, and specifically about the beliefs of the 12-step program and transformation. I believe that they are very different, and I think the impact upon a human being when a human being considers and accepts the beliefs of each, that the paths can be very, very different. First of all, the 12-step program. It believes that there is no solution. You learn about a relapse prevention plan, but you have this disease forever. This is a thought or a belief, and the thought or belief will create certain types of feelings. The second belief that's very important with the 12-step program is that you are powerless. Choice really is not an issue here. What the disease that you have no power over it, and you had no power in getting it. It was yours. Number 3, you are not responsible for your condition. You are not responsible for being an addict or an alcoholic. So, number 4, the belief is that the cause of your addictive behavior is a diseased brain and or the substances, alcohol and drugs. As a human being, you play no part in it. You're not responsible for it, and you have no real ability to resolve it or to change it. You have to learn how to deal with it. And again, having a relapse prevention plan, and a lot of people think that relapsing is a part of that form of recovery. Now, transformation. Let's take a look at some of their beliefs. The first belief is that transformation believes there is a solution. There is a solution, and you can end your addictive behavior forever. The deal about transformation is that the change rests upon changing your thinking and changing your beliefs, especially when you change your thoughts and beliefs about yourself, which is really the cornerstone of what addictive behavior is about from a transformational perspective. The second belief, you have the power to change. You've always had the power. In fact, having the power is one of those things where you never really give up the power. You may consciously believe that you don't have the power, but the truth is you always have the power to change and transform your life. Number 3, you are responsible for everything that you think, say, feel, and do, and you choose everything. So you are responsible for your addictive behavior. You're responsible for the beliefs that led to your addictive behavior, and you chose your thoughts and your beliefs. And if you are responsible for them and that you chose them, you can change. You can choose differently. And another is that the brain and the substances are not the cause of your addictive behavior. You do not have a diseased brain. Alcohol and drugs are not addictive. They will not cause you to create and have addictive behavior. The cause of your addictive behavior is a thought that you have in your mind, a belief that you are not good enough. So the cause of the addictive behavior from a transformational perspective is an ideational. It's a cognition. It's a thought, a belief that can be changed. Thoughts you create, thoughts you can change. The perspective when you look at the 12-step program from certain beliefs creates a sense of helplessness and hopelessness. And I think that that is an extremely important aspect to consider when you consider these two approaches. One approach, the 12-step program, leaves you helpless and hopeless. There is no solution and you're powerless. So you've really got to deal with just dealing with relapses and having a plan to try to minimize them as much as possible. In transformation, you can literally end your addictive behavior forever by changing your thinking. And so the two programs, the two perspectives, the two philosophies are very, very different. And I believe that because our thoughts and our beliefs are extremely important, is that when we consider them from a thought perspective or a belief perspective, the transformational program is much more positive and much more holistic. And I think leaves people, once they start this, with a sense of hope. We're more apt to change our life if we have that experience of hope. If we have a sense of hopelessness and helplessness, we're more inclined to stay in the trenches of whatever the addictive behavior is all about. So I hope this has been informative. And if you have any thoughts or beliefs, any criticisms even, I would encourage you to get in touch with me. You can email me at drharryhenshaw@gmail.com, or you can go to the website, enhancedhealing.com, and there you can find not only my phone number, but my email address, and get in contact with me. Let me know what you think about this message. And we will be discussing more issues that have to do with addiction and how you can go about transforming your life, especially from a transformative perspective. Again, thank you for attending, and I will see you soon.